Welcome back to Geek Out. In this video, we are tackling the blog category page and the blog post templates. Let's just get right into it so you can post your first blog on ClickFunnels 2.0. In this video, we are going to set up your blog category page. In the previous video, we set up the blog homepage. If you haven't set that up yet, go to that video and make sure you set up your blog homepage. To find the blog category page, you are going into Sites and clicking on Overview. Make sure you're on Overview. Remember, your blog is a part of your Funnel Hub, and that is where you find the pages to edit it within the Funnel Hub. I'm going to click on Customize, and then you are going to find your blog category page in the left-hand navigation. Let's just give ClickFunnels a second to load, and then we are going to click on blog home, and once you click that, you will see the navigation expand into blog categories and blog posts. So we've already set up our blog home page. Now we are going to set up our blog category page. As you can see, this has not been set up at all. It is a blank template that defaulted with the theme that I had. Again, with the blog category page, you can add in a widget the same way we did on the blog homepage. Make sure you have the correct headers and footers that are added into your blog category page so that it's not confusing. So I'm just going to add a section over here. I'm just going to find my, I think it's this one. And I know it's that one. It's definitely not this one. Okay, but for this example, we're just going to keep it. Okay, so I have my navigation and I have my footer that is the correct ones. And now you can actually from here just use the default category page and everything would be fine. The way this is going to look is it's going to have the category name right at the top, and it's going to have each corresponding blog post that is attached to that category. So if I preview this to show you, you'll be able to see a blog category page with nothing in it. The blog category page is the page where the corresponding blog articles that are linked to a specific category would be displayed. If I click on one of the blog categories inside the Geeks blog, you are going to see the corresponding blog page that we are trying to set up over here for a specific category. So as you can see, we have the category name right at the top, and we have the corresponding blog articles that are auto-populating, and we repeated our community little widget or call to action at the bottom again. So I would keep this as simple as possible. I would not add a widget to the side on this page specifically, but you are welcome to do that if you please. The way you're going to do that is exactly the same as the blog homepage, so you're welcome to re-watch that video to make sure you get that under the knees. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily going to change anything on this page because I am happy the way it looks right now. But what I am going to do is I am going to change the header section. So I want to actually add a single row here, and I want to move my category name into a new section and repeat the same design that I had on my blog homepage with the image set in the background and the text overlaying that. And I'm going to keep my breadcrumbs active here. I just see that they are set as all caps, and I don't want all caps, so I prefer this sleeker look of capitalized. So I am really happy with how this is looking right now. What I'm also going to repeat at the bottom section is again the section of driving people to whatever it is that I am driving to. In my case, I'm driving them to my template store, and you can do that to whatever you please, your community, your membership, a challenge, a freebie, joining your newsletter, or whatever that is. An easy way to do this is to actually save the section. This is universal section, but a regular section, you could just click on the save button, give it a name, and have it in your universal sections, so you can easily, as I did, just add the exact same section onto each page. So once you are happy with your blog category page, it's time to actually move over to our blog template. In this video, we are going to be editing your blog page template. So the way we are going to edit that is we are going to click on the left-hand navigation, click on blog post. This is the way you want your blog post, the actual post that somebody is going to read, how you want that to look. The Geeks blog looks very traditional, and we have our breadcrumbs, a headline, the date published, and we on some blog posts actually just posted our YouTube video. That way we get more views and we can get subscribers, and we can get blog traffic without doing too much work. And I have my recent posts over here. I have my categories, and then I have my little widget saying join the Geek Out Academy, and maybe a community button and a YouTube button over here. On Andrea's blog, it's set up quite differently than the Geek blog. We had the title, the breadcrumbs, the title of the blog post, an image, and then we have laid out our content. We kept our little widget here on the left hand side, and we added our blog categories over there. For Alice, we had the blog post title, the date it was published, our breadcrumbs, the featured image, and then the blog post follows below. For her, we added into her widget just who she is, and then a call to action to get one-on-one coaching with her, get back in the game, nutritional services. So it all depends on how you want your blog to be laid out, but this is actually the template to get all the, let's call it the shell of the blog, everything that's not changing all the time. So the shell is standard. This header section, the widget section, the featured image section, the breadcrumbs, all of this is going to be the exact same for each blog. The featured image would change as per your blog image, and this section is actually what you are seeing here, the dynamically replaced section. It's the content of your blog. So it's super important for us to set this up the way that we want it to look. Because when you go into creating your blogs, you're going to see that it looks very, very sparse in there and strange. And so basically, all that you are going to edit in the blog creation section is the text and the images of your blog. So it depends on your theme again. You might have your header and footer already displaying on your blog, but I'm just going to add these in so that they are there, and then we can take this one step further. So depending if you want your breadcrumbs up on there or not, that's totally up to you. I like having them, you can remove them. So what I like about Andrea's blog is that we still have the blog name at the top, and we have the breadcrumbs, and I like the soft little lines that we have on the breadcrumbs over there. So I'm going to do something similar for my blog. I am going to add a section above, and you can totally save this to be exactly the same as you have, so that you don't have to repeat this process the whole time. Um, like we've done this multiple times already, you can totally save it and have it way easier to navigate and manage as that I am doing right now. Oh, we don't want a headline. We actually, oh, we do. So I want this to become part of my brand voice, the BBC blog. So I am going to, in every second that I can, try and establish my brand. You could do a border and have it not be on the sides. Make sure it's like a light gray type of color, around 15% is good. And then tighten up the spacing so that it is as skinny as we see on Andrea's blog post. There we go. I think that looks pretty good, and I like the way it looks. I'm going to remove the time, the date it was published, and I'm going to make my post title quite a bit bigger, and I am going to leave the post summary up here. And now this is where you can decide what you want to do. For the blogs that I have set up, I have set the featured image to display. The same on this one. So what I would do here is I would add an element, go to the blog and select the featured image over here. The only little problem that I have run into is that this image is then super huge, and you can't always control the way your image looks if images sizes vary. So it depends what you like or what you don't like. You can always add your featured image into the dynamically replaced content that is going to be set up on a different place. But for me, I tend to like to have it there so that if I maybe forget, then at least there is one image in there. I like to see more posts like this one at the bottom. What I'm going to add here at the bottom is I'm going to add a maybe a category link or a extra blog post that I want to show. Um, and we can make this so that it's way less, um, so that it's only 3, and then we are going to start adding in our blog names and titles. I'm just going to move the image to the top and change the sizing of the blog titles, and this way it is actually going to show just the 3, and these will obviously auto-populate for more pages. So this element was there, but I like the way this is looking. And then again, you are welcome to add the widget in if you want to by changing this to 2 columns, adding a row, 2 columns, making it wider, and moving all of this into this little section that we have over here. Okay, it doesn't want to move these into a single column, so I am going to leave it that way. And then we are going to have people land on the blog, the BBC blog, have their breadcrumbs, have the post title with the summary and the featured image immediately display. Then it will go into the content, and then I can use this column as a little widget for myself. So I'm going to change the background color to my green, add in some padding. And now I can add in anything that I want. Again, exactly the same as we did on the blog homepage. And you can build this out as much as you want with whatever offerings that you have. So we can't preview this right now because it's not going to show us anything. It's going to be completely blank. So what we are going to do is we are actually going to go back to our blog homepage. Our blog homepage. And we can preview it from here. So if I click open a blog, it should take me to my post, and it is exactly the way I styled it to be. I have my blog headline, I have my breadcrumbs, I have my blog title, my featured image that's not too huge. If there were content, that would be displaying on the right hand side over here. And I have see other posts like this one, which is populating my other blogs, and my little widget that I have over here. Ideally, I would like the featured image to be in the column and not in the section above, but for some or other reason, it just does not want me to do that. So maybe if I add it in, yeah, okay. So it does work in the column. It's just acting up. ClickFunnels is just acting up. Okay, let's refresh this page and see what's happened. There we go, that I much prefer. There's just a little spacing issue on this image, so I would want it ideally to be in line, but that's a little fix. So I have the BBC blog, I have my breadcrumbs, I have my blog title, my featured image, and my post would be displayed below here, just exactly as it is. That one doesn't have a post over here, and whatever images and links and things I have would be placed inside this area. I have see other posts like this one and all my social follow links, and if I wanted to add a community section, that would be here as well. Um, Again, as with all the other little side widgets, you can add anything you want. I would definitely use this space to promote any affiliate offers that I might be a part of, my own offerings, my community, especially if you're driving traffic to a live event. This is a great place to have it right at the top. Make it nice, big, and bold so that people don't miss it. For your dramatic demonstration number one, be that challenge or webinar or a masterclass, this is the ideal space to do that. I hope you guys have enjoyed setting up your blog as much as I did. In the next video, we're going to tackle the actual blog page layout. I hope you guys are ready to create your blog category page and set up your blog post template so you are on your way to creating your first blog post. In the next video, I will be showing you how to actually post your first post, make it live, and make it look really good. So I hope you enjoy this. See you next time.